Well, good morning, everyone, and a very, very warm welcome to Tuesday morning's assembly. A warm welcome to all of you students who are here, teachers, of course, who are with us this morning, and some of our parents who may be watching this assembly today. I have to tell you, students, that we really miss having you at school, miss having you in the auditorium. I miss the energy of students, the buzz of student voices, and I've really missed seeing you on that auditorium stage for all those performances that you usually have in the auditorium. So my first slide is to do with saying Happy Tuesday. Have a lovely day. And it's a Tuesday. Choose a smile, choose to love, help, be kind, be happy, and most important, choose to be you. I think that's absolutely critical. And I'd like to begin this assembly by congratulating, can I have the next slide please, our grade 12, our senior most students, all of you who've been involved in YWAM, which was held online. Must have been quite a challenge to hold it online at different locations, but you did a fantastic job on it. So heartiest congratulations to you, but I also hoped that you would learn from that opportunity and that experience. I also hope and wish that all of our new students and teachers have settled comfortably into school. It's been a month of school, so hopefully you've made friends as well. And if you feel any discomfort, I said this in my first assembly and I'm repeating it, do reach out to your teachers. We are all here to help you. Teachers, counselors, your coordinators, your deputy principals are all here to help you and support you. So do reach out to us. I'd like to begin by talking about a recent event that made history, that everyone was watching from around the world, and that's to do with the Tokyo 2021, sorry. Olympics. Can I have the next slide, please? And the next one, please. Can we go on? Yeah, and those are some athletes, men and women, that I'd like to talk about simply because they have some very inspirational stories. Most of these athletes came from disadvantaged backgrounds, many obstacles, many adversities that they had to overcome to achieve what they wanted to achieve as athletes. Essentially, they began life on a back foot. So if you look at Mirabai Channu, she came from an impoverished background and as a child in her village had to carry heavy loads of wood, firewood basically for cooking, and that's how she discovered that she was strong because she carried more than her brother did, right? And somewhere along the way things changed and became an athlete and scripted history at the Tokyo 21 Olympics by actually being the first woman to win a silver medal from India. Interestingly, she actually lifted 4 times her own body weight. I mean, that sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly what she did. Do you know why Rani Rampal wanted to play hockey? Interestingly, every time it rained in a house, over her house would flood. And it was very uncomfortable for her parents and herself and her sibling to live in that house. And her dream was to build a house for her parents and present it to them. And she hoped hockey would pave the way for that to happen. And that's how she got into hockey. So she describes this whole journey in a very interesting interview with the India Today. And it's there on YouTube. You can watch it. It's really quite fascinating. Neeraj Chopra, who was obese as a child, and that's where his story began being teased by all of his friends for being rather heavy, and it led to father enrolling him in a local gym, and he began his journey with exercising regularly in order to lose weight, but eventually became an athlete. It led him into sport, and he won the gold in the javelin at the Tokyo Olympics. Next slide, please. Coming up is the story of India's first woman Blade Runner. You may have heard of her already, Kiran Kanodia. Very inspiring, but also, sad. Um, she was traveling on a train, on a journey, when a couple of miscreants snatched her bag, and she chased them. Uh, Unfortunately, in that scuffle, they pushed her out of the train. Her left leg got stuck um, in the footboard of the moving train. And by the time the train could stop, enough damage had been done to her leg and it had to be amputated. So, overnight, from having a very normal life, she became physically challenged. And however, she was determined to get back on her feet. Even if it meant getting an artificial leg, she was ready to do whatever it took. And she became India's first woman Blade Runner. She also has a TEDx speech, which is rather interesting to watch, quite inspiring. Next slide, please. So you'll see all of these. They're all participated in the Paralympics. All of them had a significant disadvantage, a setback, a limitation, which they converted into an opportunity for growth and transformation. So they're very inspiring stories. All of them had to strive relentlessly to overcome a setback, obstacle, adversity, limitations in order to win a medal, right? So it was simply the triumph of the human spirit over hardship. Next slide, please. On another note, I recommend, many of you may have already seen it. It's slightly controversial, but definitely a documentary worth viewing once. And I think some of us have seen it twice because it's really quite powerful and essentially talks about how social media that we all use, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and so on, how they are by design created to make us addictive. They're designed to manipulate our behavior, our choices, and our emotions. Okay, but we also know that all of this can spread misinformation too. That's another issue. One of the themes also is how social media can affect mental health, right? Cause depression and anxiety from overuse. So it's slightly controversial, but it's definitely worth a watch because those interviewed in Social Dilemma are those that were responsible for creating all of these common platforms that we use today, Facebook and Insta and so on, right? So it's definitely worth a watch. In fact, I'd say it's an absolute watch. As we go through this academic year, I wonder how many of us will find ourselves in the situation that Calvin finds himself in. Could I have the next slide, please? And this is, it's a classic. I think it happens to all of us. The best of us, it happens to all of us. So Hope saying, do you have an idea for your story yet? And Calvin says, no, I'm waiting for inspiration. You can't just turn on creativity like a faucet. You have to be in the right mood. And Hope says, what mood is that? And Calvin says, last minute panic. And I think that's the story of our lives, many of us. But I hope certainly, and my wish for all of you students this year, that you're able to enjoy your learning and propel yourself to learn with enthusiasm without the last minute panic. So I'm hoping that all of your deadlines, homework, assignments, solving all your problems and quizzes, etc., all of them will be submitted on time without that last minute panic. So with those few thoughts, I'd like to wish you all the very best. Could I have the next slide, please? And this one is a tribute to all of our teachers, and you'll see that's Charlie Brown from Peanuts talking to Linus, and Charlie Brown saying, I thought the point of life was to be happy, help others, and make the world a better place. And Linus says, I guess you're right, but we can't all become teachers. So that's to your teachers who I think do their best to keep you happy, to keep you learning. They do their best to transfer their passion for learning to you. And I wish them all the best too through this academic year. So as we go ahead, next slide, please. Keep smiling, stay healthy. and stay safe. All the very best to each one of you. And now I understand that the students have put together a video for all of us to watch. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much for your attention and have a lovely day.
Hi teachers, I'm Arna Agrawal and I just enjoy the online classes so much with y'all because y'all make the study so fun and interesting. Wishing you all joy and happiness and have great years ahead. Happy Teachers Day!
Estamos rompiendo la discoteca, la fiesta no para, apenas comienza. C'est comme si, c'est comme ça, mon chéri, la 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 la. Francia, Colombia, me gusta. Freeze. J Balvin, Willy William, me gusta. Los DJ no mienten, le gusta a la gente y esto se fue mundial. No lo bajamos, más nunca paramos, esto otro palo y bla. ¿Y dónde está mi gente? Me para escuchar la tete. ¿Y dónde está mi gente? Say yeah, yeah, yeah. 2, 3, let's go. Suba. Come on. Suba. Let's go. De esquina a esquina, de ahí nos vamos.
हवा के झोंके आज मौसमों से रूठ गए, गुलों की शोखियाँ जो भंवरे आके लूट गए। बदल रही है आज जिंदगी की चाल जरा, इसी बहाने क्यों न मैं भी दिल का हाल जरा सवार लूं, सवार लूं, सवार लूं, है सवार लूं। हवा के झोंके आज मौसमों से रूठ गए।
Good morning everyone. On this special day, I would like to wish all the teachers of TISB a very happy Teachers Day because without them, I would not be in the place that I currently am in. Thank you to the teachers bringing the fun in the learning, and I didn't even realize how many memories were made even though due to the pandemic, I couldn't meet them personally. Thank you for being a guiding hand for me and helping me achieve everything that I have academically throughout the years. And also, thank you to all the teachers putting their best efforts to make an immensely bright future for the students of our school. Have a great day.
Hi, my name is Tanush and I'm going to be playing something. This is dedicated to all the teachers. Happy Teachers Day.
name is Varushka Pandey and I'm a student of grade 8 who is going to be reciting a poem I wrote to wish all the teachers a very, very happy Teachers' Day and to convey my gratitude to them. It is called Dear Teachers. You went at my pace. You taught me how to tie my own shoelace. You reminded me that it isn't a race. You illuminated my day with your face. I was a layered, deep sea. Nobody dared to dive within me. For I acted rooted and wise as a tree. But you uncovered underwater treasures, which I now see. I was a lonely cloud who thought of themselves as contentless in light. But you made me see, you gave me sight. You made me cross over all my frights. And you made me culminate all my might. I was a thorny garden, lush, large and green. But nobody could enter since I would prick, I was mean. At such times you were very keen and entered this garden to find roses that nobody had seen. When I didn't know myself, you knew me. You planted knowledge in me like a tree. You told me who I am, even when I didn't agree. Dear teachers, I am now your true devotee. Thank you.
Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
You've broken down and tired, living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find the fire, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Ooh, mountain, we gon' walk it out and move mountains and rise up, rise like the day, rise up, rise unafraid, rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. All we need is hope. For that we have each other. For that we have each other. Sometimes we rise up, high like the waves. We rise up, in spite of the ache. We rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
Thank you.
Another school year is come and gone, and soon you will be free to rest your pen, your teacher's voice. You've time to simply be. Sometimes you wonder how you even made it through the year. You had it sussed, you planned your term, then brand new rules appeared. But please don't be discouraged, and please don't ever quit. 30 hearts and minds you've shaped, and that's not all, I bet. There'll be some who've shown kindness when there's not much shown at home. There'll be those who've helped to reach their goals and spurred them on to more. To some you'll be a hero, making learning so much fun. They never thought they'd grasp those bits, but you showed them how it's done. So when you wonder why you give so much to such a calling, be assured you've given wings to children's dreams with all that learning. When times are tough, when politics can drive you to despair, remember all the good you've done, the passion that you've shared. League tables may not always show the time you have invested, but dwell instead on other ways your work can be attested. Like thinking of the kids who'll say you really are the best, despite when homework time comes around or you're handing out a test. And as you close the classroom door on one more year that's passed, you've taught, you've cared, you're nurtured, made impressions that will last, far beyond their years of learning, as they strike out on their own, till they're walking their own children down the path towards the school.
Making small saplings bloom into beautiful flowers. Our teachers are the ones who on us spend endless hours. Teachers are the ones who challenge our minds, enlightening it the most amazing kind, creating a class filled with all twists and turns, helping us understand and happily learn. Teachers are the heart of every classroom, the soul of every single school. The message behind learning school, their courage and commitment is that of legends told. Even when days are just too demanding, frustrations are something that take their course. But still, our teachers keep a smile on their face and let inspiration take their force. When God made teachers, He gave us a special blessing to help us understand His world while we always keep on messing. Like beautiful snowflakes, all teachers are one of a kind, a fantastic guide and all exceptional find. Thank you, dear teachers, for passing knowledge through all years. When you thought you were barely teaching, but you were eliminating all our fears and shaping our future.
कैसी तेरी खुद गर्जी ना धूप चुने ना छाँव कैसी तेरी खुद गर्जी किसी थोर टिके ना पाँव कैसी तेरी खुद गर्जी ना धूप चुने ना छाँव कैसी तेरी खुद गर्जी किसी तौर ठिके ना पाँव तर लिया अपना पैगंबर तर लिया तो सात समंदर फिर भी सूखा मन के अंदर क्यों रहना रे कबीरा मान जा.
On an occasion like this, no better song came to my mind than Imagine by John Lennon, because it was these educators, these teachers, these mentors which have really helped us students, been there for us, opened our minds and allowed us to imagine beyond our limits. So thank you so much, teachers, for everything that you've done for us, and I really hope you enjoy the song. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people but I'm not the only one. Oh, I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same.